Alright, hello. It's that time of year again. People dress up in weird outfits and eat far too much chocolate. Although that's me every day. Just like last year, I'll be looking back at a classic Treehouse of Horror Simpsons episode. What could be more scarier? Well, probably working at a fast food restaurant. That would be terrifying.
Here's your taco, mister. Whoops, fell in the fryer. I'll get it out. Oh, oh!
So sit back and enjoy as we look back at the Treehouse of Horror number 2. Just like in the first Treehouse of Horror, we get a little bit of backstory before the segments begin. Each of the Simpsons children have eaten far too much candy on Halloween, including little Homer, and they're all about to get nightmares. The first nightmare is Lisa's. The family are on a vacation together. This is already sounding terrifying. Imagine having to spend time with family. Anyway, Homer buys a magical monkey paw that grants wishes. However, each wish is cursed.
Ooh, Homer, where did you get that ugly thing?
Well, it's that little shop right over there. Oh, no, wait, it was over there.
You'll be sorry.
The first wish is used up by Maggie, just wanting a new pacifier. This is the funniest of the 3 segments, in my opinion. We get great self-satire, as one of the wishes is for the Simpsons to become rich and famous. At the time, the Simpsons was taking off and booming with popularity, and all kinds of merchandise was being sold. This drives the whole town mad and turns everybody against the Simpsons. Lisa then makes a wish asking for world peace. What could possibly go wrong? It'd be like a world without lawyers.
Can you imagine a world without lawyers? Oh.
What the foolish Earthlings don't realise though, Kang and Kodos are watching, and with the Earth now defenceless, they enslave them with their mighty weapons. Of course, Kang and Kodos appeared in the first Treehouse of Horror, and would go on to appear in almost every single Treehouse of Horror.
Turkey's a little dry. The turkey's a little dry. Oh, foul accursed thing! What demon from the depths of hell created thee?
I wouldn't really say any part of this segment has any real horror, unless you are scared of wooden planks with big nails in them. We move on to Bart's nightmare. The whole town has to constantly think happy thoughts, otherwise one little boy has the ability to transform them into anything he chooses. Basically, anyone who suffers with depression would be screwed.
Oh, there, that's better. Much better. Oh, good, the curtains are on fire.
This little boy, of course, is Bart, who has the town in the palm of his hand. They obey his every wish just to keep him happy. This includes changing history based on his answers for a history exam, and forcing Krusty to be on TV 24/7. To be fair, it's still better than anything on TV these days. Unfortunately for Homer, things do not go well, as he tries to stand up to Bart, first being turned into a football, and then a jack-in-the-box. This is where the episode takes a bit of a turn, as we end up getting a Homer and Bart story about spending time together. I always found it funny that the actual nightmare for Bart is when Homer is returned to his body and gives him a fatherly kiss, which is the true horror. Finally, we have young Homer's nightmare. After being caught sleeping on the job, Homer is fired from the nuclear power plant.
How'd you know I was sleeping?
We've been watching you on the surveillance camera.
Camera? Don't!
Of course, this happens quite regularly. So that's not much of a nightmare for Homer. He takes the opportunity to become a grave digger. Meanwhile, Burns, who is very much like Dr. Frankenstein in this episode, wants a brain to power his new robot employee. Any Treehouse of Horror that includes Burns is an instant classic to me. Typically, Homer has fallen asleep at work again, this time in the grave he was digging. You could say he was digging his own grave. Of course, Mr. Burns stumbles across Homer and chooses to remove his brain. It isn't exactly rocket science to work out this would happen.
Smithers, hand me that ice cream scoop.
Ice cream scoop?
Damn it, Smithers. This isn't rocket science, it's brain surgery.
However, once the brain is in the robot, it acts exactly like Homer, and is more interested in eating donuts rather than working. And to be fair, who can blame him? Donuts. A great Treehouse of Horror episode, this one, and overall better than the first one. I would give the Monkey's Paw an 8 out of 10. The Bart Zone a 7 out of 10. If Only I Had a Brain, an 8 out of 10. For an overall score of 23 out of 30. I hope you have a great Halloween. Try to not have nightmares. But for now, take care and leave me alone. Bye!